Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today is a boring update video. We're going to be talking about some updates for the channel and mainly the garage vehicles that I'm looking at potentially purchasing, vehicles I'm looking at potentially getting rid of. And so if you want to see more content not like this, make sure you subscribe because I post reviews every single day on a large variety of different cars, and like once every 1 or 2 months I post these update videos on what's happening. Anyways, yeah, just make sure you subscribe. Let's get into the video. Well, first off, we got to go over what is in the garage currently. So this is my 2022 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. I just got this about 2 months ago. I will be getting rid of it towards the end of the year or the beginning of next year because this is actually my wife's vehicle that I bought for her to daily drive, and we actually ordered a vehicle, but the vehicle that we ordered is taking a little bit longer than expected, and so that's why we got this in the meantime. And so we'll be trading this for the vehicle that we ordered for her. I want you guys to guess in the comment section down below what it is. Now, these two vehicles right here are both press cars. This is a 2023 Mazda CX-50, and then this is the new Mitsubishi Outlander. And so these aren't vehicles that I own, but I tend to have, 1 to 2 press cars every single week. And so there's always going to be something new in the driveway. My neighbors always find it interesting. And then if we go into the garage, we have my 2021 Ford F-150 Raptor with the 37 Performance package. Lots of updates with this truck in today's video. Also, my 2021 Ram 1500 TRX. Lots of updates with this vehicle in this video. And then finally, we got good old Pinky over here in the corner. This is my 2022 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392 with the Extreme Recon package. And I love how I have like the two biggest vehicles squished into like the small section of the garage. And then in this like large open section here, I've got the Jeep Wrangler, which is the smallest. It's just funny. Now let's start with the F-150 Raptor, Gen 3 Raptor. Now, I've actually been going back and forth on whether or not I'm going to get rid of this truck, which I know sounds crazy because I just got it at the end of last year, but I've been considering upgrading to, well, another Raptor, aka the Shelby Baja Raptor, because I think it's just such a cool pickup truck. It's like my dream truck, and it has all the accessories that I'd put on a Raptor anyways. They hold their value amazingly well, and so like it would be a really good vehicle for me to buy for the channel, I think, because the content would be fun. I would have all the accessories on it that I would want. And again, I wouldn't lose a bunch of money on it if I ever went to sell it down the road. But it's turning out to be extremely difficult to source a Raptor to then turn into a Shelby Raptor. And like the whole process is just, yeah, not as easy as I thought it would be. And so it's looking like I'm going to keep this Raptor, which is fine because, again, this already has the 37 Performance package. And so what is happening right now, I can't really talk too much on it, but I guess what I can say is there is going to be new bumpers here with the truck in the very near future. Sorry if you guys can't hear my voice very well. This microphone is very, very unidirectional. But a new front bumper is coming soon, and then this truck needs to wash desperately. A new rear bumper also coming somewhat soon. This is the chase rack here in the bed. It's actually a rack that I bought with my Ford Pass points. A lot of people have asked me about this. I'm going to go back here so you guys can probably see me better. I have purchased so many Fords over the last few years that I have just a massive amount of Ford Pass points, so I was able to purchase that chase rack with Ford Pass points. So I'm basically going to turn this into a Baja Raptor. It's going to be a lot less expensive than the Shelby Baja Raptor, but it's going to look pretty much the same, minus the hood. That's the only thing that won't look like a Baja Raptor, but I'm going to have the chase rack. I'm going to have the tire carrier in the future. This already has 37s like the Baja Raptor. And so it'll be a fun Raptor build. The only thing that I am debating on, that I did do a poll, and you guys didn't help me out whatsoever with that poll, by the way, because it was like a 50-50 split, is doing a wide body kit on the Raptor. I really like how this like looks from the factory with the sharp edges, but maybe wide body kit so that it looks a little bit different. And then definitely going to do a new wrap because this is just, yeah, it's a complete mess. I don't think I'm going to do a crazy color. If I rewrap it, I think I'm just going to do something like normal for once in my life. But yeah, that's the Raptor. I know, long drawn out update. Let's move on. Now the next vehicle we're going to give an update on is the Ram 1500 TRX. And you guys know this is such a cool truck. I mean, again, supercharged 6.2 liter V8. You just can't go wrong. Those of you that have followed the channel for a really long time know that this is like my ultimate dream truck. I waited so long for Ram to release this, finally got one, and I've absolutely loved owning it. I've had this since the beginning of 2021, which is a really long time for me. Those of you that follow the channel know that I literally will trade a vehicle like every 6 months, and I've had this thing for almost 2 years at this point. So I think that goes to show just how good the new Ram TRX actually is. That being said, I don't really have any more content to film with the truck. I've talked about this, and it's kind of just becoming a topic that I've beat into the ground. So there's not really any more content for me to film. There's not really any more accessories for me to put on the truck because the truck's already pretty much as built out as I would want to build it out. I don't want to increase the power because, well, this truck just needs crazier suspension for it to be able to handle more power. And so at this point, it literally is just a paperweight, which is crazy. That's why it's in the center of the garage, because I never take it out. If I ever go off-roading, yeah, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this, I take the Raptor, to be honest, because the Raptor just, the bigger tires and the Fox shocks are just a little bit smoother off-road. And so I prefer taking the Raptor off-road. And then if I daily drive, I just take the Wrangler because we'll get to the Wrangler in a moment, but I just really enjoy driving that around. It's an absolute blast. But in terms of what I'm going to replace the Ram TRX with, I don't want to do another off-roader because at this point, I feel like I'm fully covered. The wife's new car, which I'm not going to mention, is an off-roader. I have the Raptor, I have the Jeep, and so like, I'm seriously covered. And so I've made some polls recently talking about some different vehicles, and one of these vehicles would ultimately replace the TRX, and so there's some upsides and downsides to all of them. Now, there are a ton of vehicles that I'm looking at to potentially replace the TRX with, and trust me, this won't make any logical sense to you guys. So, Honda Civic Type R, the new Type R, GR Corolla, that's another one, Shelby GT500, Audi RS6 Avant, Ferrari FF, Mercedes G550 G-Wagon, BMW M3 or M5. These are all vehicles I did polls on recently. Rebuilding a wrecked Audi R8, and then either a last year Hellcat Challenger or a Scat Pack wide body with a manual transmission, since you can't get a Hellcat with a manual transmission anymore. Let's quickly explain all of the cars in the list. So Audi RS6 Avant, that is actually at the top of the list for me right now because it's pretty close in price to the Ram TRX, and it actually has a gross vehicle weight rating of over 6,000 pounds, and so I wouldn't actually lose any of the tax benefits that I've gained by owning the Ram TRX, and so definitely up there. Now the Hellcat Challenger or the wide body Scat Pack, I don't know, I like the muscle cars. I think that'd be fun, and I'd still have a similar powertrain to the TRX or the same powertrain if I got the Hellcat. The wrecked Audi R8, I could get such a good deal on the vehicle that it's very, very tempting. Shelby GT500 with the track pack, that one is really exciting for me because I'm a huge Mustang fan. I have been for a very long time, and that's like the ultimate Ford Mustang, and so yeah, but I just can't find a good enough deal on one. Like if I could get one at MSRP, I would have already bought it, but yeah, I doubt that's going to happen. BMW M3 or M5, I think they could be fun daily drivers because you can get them with all-wheel drive now. The Mercedes G550, again, off-roader, but it's a super nice luxury vehicle as well. And again, I would not lose any tax benefit that I've gained with the Ram TRX. Ferrari FF, I would lose the tax benefit. I think that'd be a fun daily driver though because it's all-wheel drive hatchback V12. Very fun car. And then again, the most oddball ones, GR Corolla and Civic Type R. Those of you that watch the channel know that I owned a Ford Focus RS for a while. And so the GR Corolla doesn't excite me as much as the new Civic Type R because the Civic Type R is probably going to just drive amazingly well from like a daily driver perspective, but then it's also just going to be super fun from a performance perspective. So it could be fun, and even though I would lose the tax benefits that I have with the TRX, those cars are so much less money than the TRX that I would be slightly ahead in the long run. Now we're going to cap things off by going over the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392, and also let me know which of those vehicles out of that list I just mentioned excites you guys the most. I'm sure it's going to be the GT500 because that has literally won every single poll that I've put it in, and trust me, like, that car excites me a massive amount too. It's just that I can't find one for MSRP with the track pack, and I understand that the market on them is very aggressive and that they're getting rid of the GT500, but I just don't think that car is worth anything over MSRP because it's already a $100,000 Mustang. Again, it's ultimately like when you get inside, like it has a bunch of plastic all over, like it's not a $100,000 car from an interior perspective. At least this Ram TRX that cost me $100,000 has like a really nice leather interior and everything, and so yeah, it's just like, it's already like a stretch for me mentally at MSRP, and anything above, I can't do it. I just can't do it on that car. But anyways, with the Wrangler, I plan on doing the AEV kit that I've been talking about for a very long time. So it's going to get lifted a little bit. It's going to have 37s. It's going to have Bilstein shocks. It's a really cool kit from AEV. I'm really excited to actually put that kit on my Wrangler because I think that it's the kit that everyone should get if they purchase a Rubicon 392. And so yeah, never going to get rid of this thing, like I've said in lots and lots of videos. It's going to get upgraded soon. I just have to find time, and so that's the biggest thing with the Wrangler, is just because, if you guys don't know, I live about 40 miles south of the dealer that would install this, which is the Dodge Ram in Sandy, and so like finding time to drive this up, get it dropped off, and then also get the kit dropped off and all that kind of stuff, like it's just very time consuming for me. So once I find the time, we'll get it done. That's going to sum things up for today's update video. I know that we went over quite a bit with all of the different vehicles. So again, you have to guess what the wife's new car is. You have to let me know what you think on the wide body kit with the Raptor, if I should do it or if I shouldn't do it. What should I replace the Ram TRX with, or should I just continue to have it sit in the garage and do absolutely nothing? And with the Jeep, yeah, there's nothing to really talk about with the Jeep. I just have to find time for the AEV kit. I'll see you guys.